WhatsUp Gold 360 performs its monitoring through the use of connectors. A connector is a virtual machine created from a template that you deploy to your virtual environment. The connector sends metrics to your WhatsUp Gold 360 interface. Before you create a connector, be sure that you meet the firewall and connectivity requirements as described in the WhatsUp Gold 360 documentation so the connector can function properly. To create a connector for a Microsoft Azure environment, log into WhatsUp Gold 360, open the Infrastructure menu, and select Connectors. Then click Add and select Connector. Choose Azure and enter a name for the connector. The disk size defaults to extra small, and the network settings are set to use DHCP. These are required settings for Azure and cannot be changed. Next, specify a site for the new connector, which identifies the location of the remote site to be monitored. You can select an existing site from the drop-down menu or add a new site. Click Add to start generating the connector. You can monitor the progress in the status column on the connector's server instances page. When this process is complete, a zip file is automatically downloaded to your local machine containing a VHD file. Extract and save this file to a location where your Azure environment has access to it. You can either create the connector virtual machine using the Azure user interface or using the command line interface, which is slightly faster. This video demonstrates the steps using the UI, but if you want to use the CLI instead, refer to the instructions in the WhatsUp Gold 360 documentation. Before you get started, confirm that a resource group and storage account have been created in Azure. Sign into the Azure portal and navigate to Resource Groups. Open the relevant resource group and storage account. Navigate to Containers and add a new container. Open the new container and click Upload. Browse to and select the connector VHD file that you downloaded and extracted. After the VHD file is successfully uploaded, you are ready to use it to create a managed disk. Navigate to Disks and click Create. Select the relevant subscription and resource group and enter a disk name. Confirm the default region and availability zone. For the source type, select Storage Blob. Below the Storage Blob field, click Browse. Then browse to and select the connector VHD file that you uploaded earlier. Select an OS type of Linux. Make sure to keep the default VM generation setting of Generation 1. Select a size of 32 GB. Then click Review and click Create again. Next, you create the connector virtual machine. Select the disk you just created and click Create VM. Enter the virtual machine name. We recommend that this name is the same as the connector name in WhatsUp Gold 360. Fill out the details as appropriate for your environment. For example, select the relevant virtual network and subnet. Be sure that the boot diagnostics option is enabled. This ensures that you can access the serial console that provides details about the boot process and the ability to log in. Click Review and Create when you have completed the options, then click Create to finish deploying the connector VM. It takes approximately 4 minutes for the connector to become reachable in WhatsUp Gold 360. If the process is successful, the connector status displays as reachable and it begins to collect data.